Have you ever felt like people around you constantly push your buttons? That no matter how much you try, certain words or actions just trigger frustration, anger, or resentment. The truth is, external events don't have power over us. Our perception of them does. This is one of the foundational teachings of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to maintain inner peace despite the chaos of life. The Stoics, including great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, mastered the art of mental toughness. They understood that the key to emotional resilience lies in our control over our thoughts and responses. Before we dive into the 8 principles that will help you develop an unshakable mind, take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you find value in philosophical wisdom and practical strategies to improve your life. Make sure to hit the like button and turn on notifications. Now let's explore how to never get angry or bothered by anyone again. Number 1. Master the dichotomy of control. One of the greatest lessons of Stoicism is understanding what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This simple yet profound statement serves as the foundation of mental resilience. Your thoughts, actions, and attitudes are entirely within your control, but external circumstances, such as other people's opinions, words, and behaviors, are beyond your influence. The moment you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you liberate yourself from unnecessary suffering. Imagine how much emotional distress stems from trying to change what is outside our grasp. We get frustrated when someone doesn't treat us as we expect. We worry about the economy. We stress over how others perceive us. But Stoicism reminds us that peace comes from redirecting our energy toward what we can influence, our reactions, decisions, and mindset. Instead of blaming external factors for your distress, focus on mastering your inner world. When you adopt this mindset, you cultivate a powerful sense of calm, no matter what life throws your way. Number 2. Reframe your perspective. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This insight is crucial because most of our suffering doesn't come from external events themselves, but from the way we interpret them. If someone insults you, for example, your automatic reaction might be to feel offended or angry. But pause for a moment. Does the insult itself have power, or does it only have the power you assign to it? By shifting your perspective, you can neutralize the emotional impact of negative events. If someone criticizes your work, instead of seeing it as an attack, view it as feedback that could help you improve. If you face a setback, instead of seeing it as a failure, see it as a lesson. The key is to become aware of your interpretations and deliberately choose a perspective that serves you. The Stoics remind us that our inner peace is never dependent on what happens to us, but on how we choose to see it. When you control your perspective, you control your experience of life. Number 3. Train yourself to delay reactions. Anger and frustration often arise from impulsivity. We lash out in moments of irritation, only to regret it later. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, advised, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." This simple principle is one of the most powerful ways to develop a tough mindset. Instead of allowing emotions to dictate your actions, train yourself to pause before reacting. The next time someone provokes you, resist the urge to react instantly. Take a deep breath. Count to 10, or even walk away for a moment. These few seconds of restraint give your rational mind time to intervene. You can ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? Most of the time, you'll realize that the situation doesn't deserve an emotional response. By practicing this delay, you build the habit of responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, you'll notice that fewer things bother you, and you become a master of your emotions rather than a slave to them. Number 4. View challenges as tests of character. Difficult people and frustrating situations are inevitable, But instead of seeing them as problems, view them as opportunities to strengthen your mind. Every challenging interaction is a chance to practice patience, tolerance, self-control. Imagine that life is constantly testing you, asking, can you remain calm and composed despite this? Every time you pass this test, you build an unshakable mindset. Think of a time when someone tried to provoke you. Maybe a coworker was being difficult. A driver cut you off in traffic. A stranger was rude. Your natural reaction might have been anger or irritation. But what if you saw these moments as exercises in mental discipline? Instead of reacting, remind yourself, this is a test. Can I remain calm and unaffected? With practice, what once triggered you will no longer have power over you. Challenges become stepping stones, making you mentally tougher with each experience. Number 5. Practice negative visualization. One of the most powerful Stoic techniques for developing resilience is premeditatio malorum, the practice of visualizing potential hardships before they happen. This does not mean dwelling on negativity, but rather preparing your mind for adversity so that when it arrives, you're ready. The Stoics believe that mentally rehearsing difficulties in advance makes you less likely to be shaken by them in real life. For example, imagine someone insulting you. Instead of being caught off guard, you've already rehearsed your response in your mind. A calm smile, a deep breath, and no emotional reaction. Imagine losing something valuable. How would you handle it with grace? By mentally preparing for difficulties, you build emotional immunity. When the real moment arrives, instead of reacting with shock or frustration, you respond with poise and wisdom. This practice also reminds us to appreciate what we have. When you imagine life without certain comforts, without health, without loved ones, without wealth, you cultivate gratitude for what you often take for granted. By embracing this mindset, you become both tougher and more appreciative of the present moment. Number 6. Develop indifference to praise and criticism. A truly tough mind is neither inflated by praise nor crushed by criticism. Epictetus warned, if you are disturbed by praise or blame, your mind is at the mercy of others. This is a profound insight because so many people live their lives seeking validation from others. They feel happy when praised and devastated when criticized. But a Stoic knows that external opinions are beyond their control and therefore irrelevant to their inner peace. Think about how much energy people waste worrying about what others think. They hesitate to take action for fear of judgment. They feel discouraged by a single negative comment. But if you build inner confidence based on your values and principles, rather than external approval, you become unshakable. Whether people admire or criticize you, it doesn't change who you are. This does not mean ignoring all feedback. Constructive criticism can help you improve, but it does mean detaching your self-worth from what others say. When you master this mindset, you walk through life with a quiet confidence, unbothered by opinions, and rooted in self-awareness. Number 7. Strengthen your mind through daily reflection. Marcus Aurelius journaled daily to remind himself of Stoic principles. Take a few minutes each evening to reflect. Did I react emotionally today? Could I have handled the situation better? By reviewing your actions, you become more self-aware and intentional about improving your mental toughness. The Stoics embraced discomfort as a path to resilience. Marcus Aurelius encouraged, do not be afraid of change, for it is leading you to a new beginning. A wise man embraces change, knowing that growth requires stepping outside his comfort zone. He understood that uncertainty is not something to fear, but an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. True progress comes from facing challenges with courage and an open mind. Number 8. Accept the imperfections of others. People are flawed, just like you. Expecting everyone to act perfectly is unrealistic and will only lead to frustration. Instead, adopt a mindset of radical acceptance. When someone behaves rudely or irrationally, remind yourself, they are acting according to their nature and experiences. It is not my responsibility to change them. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional distress. Final thoughts. Developing an unshakable mind takes practice, but by applying these Stoic principles, you can train yourself to never get angry or bothered by anyone. The key is to focus on your own reactions, not the behavior of others. By mastering the dichotomy of control, reframing your perspective, and practicing daily reflection, you will cultivate a mindset that is calm, composed, and resilient. This is Dominant Stoics. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss content that helps you grow mentally and emotionally. Leave a comment below sharing which Stoic principle you'll apply first. Remember, your peace of mind is in your hands. Stay strong. Stay Stoic. Thank you for watching.